And now, the brighter side with Sunny, featuring Sunny, the California girl from Glow, the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. And now, here's your host, Sunny, Patricia Summerland.
Hey everyone, welcome to the brighter side with Sunny. That's me. And guess who I've got joining me on this wonderful first Saturday of the new year? It's Mr. Ric Drasin.
Wow, you got him out of the retirement home to come out for the day. Don't forget, I got to be back by 5 when they serve meals.
I thought that wheelchair moved a little slow.
It needs WD-40.
Oh. And we have some great topics to talk about because when Ric and I come together, who knows what's going to be said and what's going to happen. And that's the greatest thing. Right, Ric?
We've done a lot of shows together.
We have.
And we've had a lot of subjects, and we always come up with something cool.
Remember the love and dating relationship show?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
That's because we both have so much experience.
I know. Love and dating questions.
I learned a lot.
I know. That was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
I was getting down and dirty.
Even better.
Uh-huh. That's the way I like it.
Of course.
Sunny is cloudy. Uh-oh. So I have some other, I would say, more serious topics that I'm going to speak about today as well, which is, gosh, why is my face so red? You're making me blush already, right?
I do that.
Wow. It's BII, it's breast implant illness, and I am going in, maybe that's why I'm red. I'm scared. Oh no, this tough wrestler is scared to go into surgery, but my surgery date is January 14th. Yes. I'm kind of scared, right?
I don't think you should.
You're going to hold my hand?
I will, but I think you should be relieved. You get this thing over with and out of you. They'll put you to sleep. You'll have nice dreams about me. And when you wake up, I'll be there in real life.
It sounds like I'm getting an alien that's going to be coming, well, pretty much out of me. I don't know. God
what if
knows.
it was? Maybe little people.
little bald Rics running around. Yes. So we will discuss that further in, but I'd like to hear more about you and what you've got going for the beginning of this new year.
I have, through the years, I've developed this show called Ric's Corner, which you know is a YouTube talk show with 38 million viewers.
I'm jealous. I want those.
I just want each one of them to send me 50 cents a month. I'd be so happy. But the topics usually are bodybuilding, workouts, nutrition. I have doctors on. I have all types of different people on to talk about the career in bodybuilding and how to work out without being injured. And it's done extremely well.
Great.
And then I have the clothing line on there and everything else and books that I sell. And it went real well last year. So this year I want to expand even more. I've got that. I do Facebook Live now, and I'm doing a podcast off of my videos. I just dropped the video out and used the audio for iTunes.
Wonderful. Why don't you tell us more, though, about your T-shirts, your books, and your legacy? Because you are, I hate to say, the true myth, the man, the legend.
Yes, there's two types of people in this world. There's Ric Drasin and those who wish they were. It goes way back, when I started training back in Venice with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Draper and the guys in '69. And then in 1973, I designed the Gold's Gym logo for the T-shirt, the little bald-headed weightlifter who looks like me now.
I was going to say, there's a resemblance there.
This is what I wanted to achieve. And then in the '76, I designed the World Gym Gorilla for Joe Gold, who reopened the gym under a different name. And then from that time, it started a whole clothing line for me.
Awesome. Well, we will definitely talk more about that clothing line. I'm very, very interested, Ric, on this. And on our next...
I get it.
On our next...
As you prepare to exit the workforce, you have a lot to be proud of. But be careful, your 401k is one bear market away from ruin. And don't forget that business partner that doesn't show up except to collect his paycheck, Uncle Sam. He'll be there with his hands stretched out like Paulie from the Goodfellas. My name is Ethan Samuels, and I know exactly how you feel. When I got out of the U.S. Navy and joined a top financial services firm, I dealt with people struggling with these same issues. And this is why I helped create U.S. Vet Wealth. We apply the same outside outside-the-box thinking we use to win wars and ensure freedom of the seas to your financial well-being. Our clients are on track to enjoy life, knowing their money is working for them at maximum efficiency. They know that they will never be taxed or spent down to nothing. Best of all, their solutions are all uniquely tailored by me, your financial intelligence officer. For a no-obligation financial intelligence assessment, email me at ethan@usvetlife.com. That's Ethan at usvetlife.com.
Welcome back to the Brighter Side with Sunny show. And who do I have right next to me? The Mr. Ric Drasin.
Yes, you do. Would you like me to take up where I left off?
I would. I want to hear all the interesting stuff that you've been doing.
Well, from the T-shirt, I had gotten into wrestling in 1965, trained by the famous Johnny May Young, and at the Olympic Auditorium on Channel 5, Channel 34, with Dick Lane and Jimmy Lennon Jr., or Jimmy Lennon Sr., actually. So I would wrestle at night, and during the day I'd work out with Arnold and the guys, and then I started this clothing line with Joe Weider, which I had in the magazine, and all these designs for bodybuilding and weightlifting, and it took off and did really well. And that's before the internet, when they have to actually send you a check in the mail with an order form. So I started doing that and printing shirts out of my garage and wrestling at night again and doing commercials during the day and laying on the beach, and what a life I had. So it culminated into this big audience and this following from wrestling and bodybuilding, and then I started doing my show with YouTube in my backyard with young wrestlers and trying to get them to the bad news brawlers type of thing.
Yes, yes.
And then I moved inside. I happened to get some of the celebrities like Luke Perry and Robert Patrick.
I remember that, yeah.
I had their kids I was training.
Yeah.
So I built a studio in my house, and built a nice studio and a green screen, and then I advanced even more, and then I started doing Pepper J's her Actors Entertainment. And you came on as a guest.
Which I was a guest.
I was doing a lot of musicians and writers and producers and directors. And then Maria Menounos from Channel 4 comes to me. She says, would you train me for WrestleMania and SummerSlam? I said, what? You're a journalist. She said, oh, I love wrestling. All right. And she got in the ring and brought her boyfriend in. And I said, oh, my God, this is going to be a job. She wasn't sure what to do. So I taught her a bunch of things. She was kind of acting like a geek. And she said, did you call me a geek? I said, yeah, because you are. And at that moment, she said, would you like to host AfterBuzz TV for me doing the Friday Night SmackDown show? Yeah, I'll take it. And so I started doing Sundays for about a year and a half. I used to have you on as my co-host.
Yes, I remember that. I had such a great time.
We had a good time.
We did. We had the Ballard brothers, which are twins. And it's so funny because I couldn't tell them apart which one I was talking to, right? But we watched and critiqued SmackDown every Friday night. And I was like, oh, God, Rick, we got to do it again. No offense. I love WWE. I love SmackDown. I love Raw. But there's so many now, it's just overwhelming. Can you imagine if we had to critique all of them?
No.
It was crazy.
I made up my own wrestlers by talking. I didn't know what was going on.
Sure.
Then we spun off to another one called Old School Wrestling, which I came from, that was fun for me.
Yes, that was
all the
awesome.
old school guys, because those guys knew what they were doing.
Yes, indeed.
And then from that, I got a call from a studio in Hollywood. They wanted to do a show called Ric Drasin Live and take all my viewers, which I would not give them. But I did that for a year and a half, and then I parlayed that onto Tough and Tender about relationships. So all those shows kind of like worked together, and I did them for a couple of years and really liked them, but my mainstay was my Rick's Corner. That's the one I like. And now I shoot almost every day, and I just love what I do, and I get good guests. I do great monologues and motivational speeches, and I can talk forever.
And I love it.
Yeah. So it's good.
Yes. And you know what? That's funny you mentioned Tough and Tender. I think that should be something like for us wrestlers who are still single. Do we do a swipe? Tough and Tender, get it? I'm just saying.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
Right?
Yeah.
That is a pretty darn good idea. Sunny?
But I switched it. The Tough and Tender the woman was the tough side, I was the tender side.
Aww.
So I had my own point that was different, and it worked pretty well.
Right. And I forgot to mention that he was a wrestler back when I was a child, watching him in the ring with the Destroyer, Classy Freddie Blassie.
Yeah.
All the late and greats. Rick was right there. And I'm like, to just meet him full circle in 1995 at Gold's Gym.
Yep.
That's when I walked in.
Yep. With
another female pro wrestler, which was my roommate. Tiffany Mellon, as she played on Glow. I got to be careful with that. Not really. I mean, she's loud and proud of what she did in her past. After Glow, she became one of the biggest porn stars during my time as a roommate.
I'm just thinking about going into porn for senior citizens. It's not been done.
I've heard there's been talk about that, Rick.
Maybe we could do something.
Little poker tournaments while you're at it too.
Poker?
Poker.
Poker?
I get it. Ah.
Oh, no, I'm not going to go there.
It's nonstop with us. But okay, so from there, as a wrestler, you went on and you also did several TV shows, I understand, and commercials and things like this. One of them I know very well.
Well, I did the Incredible Hulk. I was asked to do the Middle Hulk, the Demi Hulk, which took off as its own character, which is great for Comic-Con. A riptide, fall guy, sextet with Mae West. I did her last movie with her.
Yes.
And she had a headset, and they were giving her lines, and the police calls got mixed up with the lines, and so she started spouting off police calls.
Oh, no.
I mean, there's a lot of funny stuff in that history that goes on with that, and it was just a fun time. Those years, it was easy to get work. It didn't take a whole lot. You know, they'd cast you. Bodybuilders were kind of tough, but they'd put me in other kind of stuff. Then I met Fred Ray, trained him for wrestling, and put me in 12 movies.
Wow.
As an Arab general and a SWAT team guy, he let me step out of the box and do something I wanted to do other than just be a wrestler, bodybuilder, and just a handsome guy, you know.
Just to get that typecast, it must be tough.
Can always be the handsome guy. Now there's too many of them. But it was fun. Then I wrote a couple of books. I have a book on steroids called The Wikipedia of Steroids, just explaining what they do, not selling them. They have Bodybuilding for Dumbbells, teaches you the basics of training, and a book called The Time of My Life with everything I've ever done with about 10,000 photos.
Wow, that sounds really interesting. And where can they find that?
On my website, ricdrasin.com.
Wonderful, wonderful. And to go furthermore on that, what else do you do now currently as far as bodybuilding and weightlifting? And
well, I've had a lot of injuries. I tore both quads. I ripped my tricep. I lost some
Ouch.
teeth. I got new teeth. Those are nice. I recently had a knee reconstruction, a whole knee replacement 3 years ago, as you know. Mm-hmm. And it was fine for 2 years. And this year I had an infection all year, and it was just a mess, and I could hardly walk. It was killing me with a nurse every day. And she'd come to my house around 9:30 in the morning. She'd wrap my leg, and she'd fill the holes with gauze and medicine. She says, okay, you're done now. I said, okay, good. Are you leaving? She says, yeah. I said, because I got to get to the gym.
yeah.
She says, you're going to the gym? I said, it's not going to stop me. Still got to work out. So what I'm trying to say is that if you really want something bad enough, you'll do it. And I've had shoulder injuries and cortisone shots in every body part, but I still go to the gym. Why? It's not an ego thing. I just feel better.
Right. It gives you needed energy as well. If you sit there, all your muscles and things get tight and it gets tough to move.
You need the circulation.
Yeah, the circulation.
And I still train hard. I can't go as heavy because of the injuries, but I train pretty hard for my age, and I'm 97. Never thought I'd reach that age. My God. Actually, when I go out to coffee sometimes, I run into a lot of people, and I see these young girls, and they're always open the door because I have this cane. Every when are you going to lose the cane? I said, I get sympathy sex with this damn thing.
That's what I was going to say. That's why you carry that darn
So
thing.
the girls will open the door, and I said, look, just stop right there. I'm only 25, but I have an injury. Oh, we know. But it gets a good laugh.
And then you trip people with it, too.
Oh, I do that, and I go up to old ladies about 90 with their walkers and ask them to go dancing with me. I do whatever I can to get a laugh out of them.
And you do. I'm cracking up already. You're just so funny.
Remember the night we went for Chinese food a couple of weeks ago?
Oh, yes.
We might do that again. But that was
sounds
funny,
fun.
wasn't it?
Yes. We had this girl just join us and sit at our table and started talking about our careers and stuff. I didn't think she was going to leave. I thought we were going to adopt her.
She was the hostess.
She was so sweet.
She's supposed to be working.
Well, then we'll go visit her. Maybe we'll get free Chinese cookies.
I can get that. I can get free appetizer, whatever you want.
I want Thai tea, though. They don't have it there.
That's not Thai, it's Chinese.
I know.
So you get hot tea.
I know. I like Thai.
Me Thai too?
Me Thai 3. Silly us.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Come to Angelo's and Finchie's Restaurante to see memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. The Art of the Great Masters in an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old, Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, the romance of Romeo and Juliet. Find our mystical Room of the Moon, and don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, and make all of our sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. Pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, all you can eat, just $21.95. And Angelo's and Vinci's has been named the best Italian restaurant in Orange County 2 years in a row, and our owner has been named Restaurateur of the Year. Angelo's and Vinci's, Fullerton, California, 714-879-4022 or angelosandvincis.com.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
And welcome back to The Brighter Side with Sunny. And I'm really shiny right now. My face is super red. I look like I've been baking in the sun. I don't know what's going on.
I think they call that menopause.
Men?
Oh,
pause. Yeah, it could be.
Why is everything based on the man?
Because it is.
It is, isn't it?
All the, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I know.
Okay. Rick, so tell me.
Yes.
What are we doing and where are we at now? We are sitting here at wonderful CRN Studios on my show. We know that. But what are you doing now as far as like your drawings and your... Because I know you're doing something like that.
Well, I had tied a knot with a marketing guy from Converse who came to my house and went through all my old 80s T-shirt designs, like a lot of them, decided to reprint them and market them through iworkout.com, which you'll find on there, with my signature. And then also the Gold's Gym with my signature, and then it went to Dover Street Market in New York, Singapore, and LA, where they sold.
Wow.
Now another store called Mr. Porter, which is a very high-end department store, and they sell the T-shirts for like $80.
Mr. Porter, is that here or is that
It's in New York.
somewhere? Okay.
It's in New York. So he's doing the whole marketing thing that's doing really, really well, and then we're coming out with more now this time of the year. I might branch into maybe even shoes or something else. I'm not quite sure yet. But it's doing really well, and so I push that on the social media because it is my clothing line, and it
I think that would be great.
makes a living.
I just thought about something. That's why I'm laughing. On your shoes.
Yes. What I do now.
The most craziest shoes. Next to the Nike shoe. You should do that. Your colorful shoes.
Or maybe
I could
just-
see you doing that.
maybe
the
just
pink
shoehorn
and
it.
maybe the
Maybe just shoehorns.
the zebra stripe. That would do it.
He's been a really blessing to me as far as merchandising. He knows what he's doing, and he got Sammy to shoot some stuff, my daughter, and she
Nice.
texted me today. He sent her some brand new Converse, a couple of pair, just to be nice.
How cool. Now, your daughter has a really cool job, Sammy Drasin. She shoots like all the celebrities.
SammyDrasin.com. She shoots every celebrity you could possibly think of. She just did.
She does the Emmys, right? And the
She's doing
Grammys and stuff.
yeah, she's doing the Academy Awards, and she did Charlize Theron and John Lithgow, and they liked her so much they wanted to take a picture of her.
I think that's awesome.
She's
and
a
they
cute
should.
little thing. She makes a lot of
She's
money.
adorable.
So we go to dinner last night. She says, Daddy, I got to buy a house. I'm making way too much money. I made over $200,000 last year. I said, that's wonderful, honey, but why am I paying for dinner? Well, you wanted to. I said, I never said I wanted to. I said I would, but it'd be nice if you did once in a while.
Yeah, I'm so proud of her.
Well, I'll pay for you. No, I said, now that I brought it up, I feel like I'm forcing your hand. Well, I'm trying to save for a house. I said, well, you think a steak's going to make a difference?
Rick,
Keep me happy and keep me fed. I'll be a good dad to you.
you are a great dad.
Yeah. My son Shane is in the music business, and he produces for television and radio, and he's married with 2 beautiful little girls, as you know, and he's done extremely well.
Yes, Shane is awesome.
Yeah.
He's very talented.
He's so lucky. He looks just like me. And when he looks at me, I say, this is what I used to look like you when I was your age. He's, what, 38? Yeah, 38 already? I said, and this is what you got to look forward to.
Yeah, you guys are. You guys look very, very similar.
And then my son Adam lives in Tennessee, and he has a band, and he is married to 4 kids. And he writes music, and he does a really good job with it. And I talk to him like every day. I really love him. He's just a wonderful guy. And I talk to my kids every day. And I have 6 grandkids.
Oh, wow.
And 3 kids that I know about.
I'm one.
I'm not going to admit what happened in the South when I was wrestling.
Yeah, let's hear those stories.
Oh, no, you don't want to hear those.
Inside the ring or the dark side.
Yeah, there was no age limit back then. Speaking about the ring, and I was just talking to Zach about this, I
Yes.
hate when people come up to me and they tell me wrestling's fake.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah, I get it all the time.
There's nothing fake about me, and there's nothing fake about my injuries. What we do in that ring really hurts.
It does.
All right, but doesn't it fix who wins? Does that mean it's fake?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are fixed that win, but you still got to run the race. And when you get in the ring and you do 15, 20 minutes back and forth off the ropes and shoulder blocks and flying tackles and over the ropes and hit with a chair, you're really doing it. And it's like a car accident every time you get in there with whiplash and all that.
That's right. That makes sense.
And there's nothing
Putting
fake
it
about
way.
that.
No.
It is
there's
what it
nothing
is.
fake. No.
And, you know, it's stunt work, too. It's the same thing. Stunt work, they don't work as tight as we do, so they can get away without getting too badly hurt.
Well, besides that, Rick, it's 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 takes. In Glow, we didn't have that. It was 1 take and 1 take only because the camera's right there, and that was live for television. So if we messed up, we messed up, and we can't mess up. Basically, it was tough. You know,
You can't go back and do it again.
You can't. You don't get a second chance.
Live on camera with 2 cameras, and what you do is on tape.
Yeah.
And you can't. And I don't believe like today's matches are all worked out. Like, I'm going to hit you with 2 tackles. You jump over the rope, come over, give me a headlock, take me over, give me a drop kick, throw me out there to the girl in the audience, and then I'll come back in.
Well, the girl in the audience probably liked it.
No, we have to throw that in, right? I
Yeah.
never believed in lining it up like a dance. I believe that you call as you go along, old school.
Indeed.
If you feel the audience is with you, give them more. If you feel they're against you, give them more.
Give him more and more.
And so this is how it works, and then you
That's
just
right.
call it on as you go.
That's what we do. Yeah.
It's like sex. It's like sex. I just call it
I was
as I
going to
go.
say, you're going to say that. Well, roll, slam, bump, as we say, you know.
Yeah.
That's what we say. And also, I say people are fake, wrestling is real, or vice versa. There's a T-shirt out with that as well.
I've seen that.
Got to catch that one and look. And Zach, you got to buy that one. I will. It's a cool T-shirt. Yay.
Did you ask me what collar elbow was?
Red?
No, you said collar elbow. Remember the T-shirt I was wearing?
That's right.
Yeah.
I know.
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master planned destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS? Newsflash, the president has changed the tax laws, and now you may be able to pay the IRS less. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, the tax doctor can help you pay the IRS as little as possible allowed by law. There are new tax laws for business owners, the self-employed, even W-2 workers. If you have a back tax problem or a few years of unfilled returns, new help to save you money is now here. Call right now to see how the new tax laws can help you. Plus, right now, we'll waive the consultation fee and give you a free tax savings report. Attention business owners, the self-employed, and W-2 workers. Make this free call to the tax doctor now and learn how to take advantage of the new tax laws that may help you pay the IRS less. 800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. 800-985-1610. That's 800-985-1610.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
As you prepare to exit the workforce, you have a lot to be proud of. But be careful, your 401k is one bear market away from ruin. And don't forget that business partner that doesn't show up except to collect his paycheck, Uncle Sam. He'll be there with his hands stretched out like Paulie from the Goodfellas. My name is Ethan Samuels, and I know exactly how you feel. When I got out of the U.S. Navy and joined a top financial services firm, I dealt with people struggling with these same issues. And this is why I helped create U.S. Vet Wealth. We apply the same outside-the-box thinking we use to win wars and ensure freedom of the seas to your financial well-being. Our clients are on track to enjoy life, knowing their money is working for them at maximum efficiency. They know that they will never be taxed or spent down to nothing. Best of all, their solutions are all uniquely tailored by me, your financial intelligence officer. For a no-obligation financial intelligence assessment, email me at ethan@usvetlife.com. That's Ethan at usvetlife.com.
Welcome back to the Brighter Side with Sunny show. And here is my wonderful guest sitting right next to me, the wonderful Ric Drasin.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The creator of Gold's logo. The list goes on.
The list goes on.
And I think you draw the logo, right?
Oh, yeah. People had asked me to draw them the logo for Gold's, which I own the rights to, so I do. And I sell it for $80, signature and made out too. And I sold over Christmas. Oh, my God.
Wow.
At least 1,000.
Really?
Yeah. And they're all hand-drawn. They're on my website, but they frame them and put them on their walls, and they love this kind of stuff. So it's okay for me. It's money for coffee.
Yeah. Well,
maybe even a donut once in a while.
Starbucks. I got to have my Starbucks.
Yeah.
So as far as that goes, when you go into Gold's, where I originated at back in 1995, because that's where we met, and that was a fun meeting. You know, you taught me a lot, along with Marco, who was my trainer back then.
Who is still there.
Is still there, and he's amazing and still uplifting and great. And
he hasn't changed. He looks exactly the same.
I know, and he's so cheerful and everything. Yeah. I got to get back. So after my surgery, I plan on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk in, and everyone's going to be shocked.
You're going to have to move down here.
Especially Renat. Renat's, she's amazing. So I got to compete with her now. But I can do it.
No, you can't compete. She has like a baby every month.
I know that. I don't.
I'm serious.
2 is enough for me.
Every time I look at her, she's pregnant. I don't know how she does it.
But she gets in the gym and she kicks butt.
She does, and she gets right back in shape, and then she gets pregnant again.
And for New Year's, I think that is what's important is, the resolutions. Everybody has one and says they're going to do this and they're going to do that. But what's most important is to, when you say you're going to do something, lose weight, work out at the gym, that you actually do it. You don't talk it.
I agree. I don't believe in resolutions. I believe in a commitment.
That's it.
You're going to do something, you do it. A resolution can be broken all the time. Take one day at a time, do your exercise, take one meal at a time, eat right. Because if you plan the whole thing out, you'll fall off the wagon.
Exactly.
It doesn't work like that.
Well, like I did with eating a pint of ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's my feel-good food because I am a little, squeamish. And then, of course, my coffee, a cup a day, keeps the injuries away.
They say coffee's good for you nowadays.
Yeah, no heart attacks, no strokes. I believe in that.
Yep.
And Starbucks does too. That's my forever faithful.
But it's a new year, and I motivate a lot of people. I have a lot of men that write me that are 40 and 70 years old that want to work out again and get in shape. And how do I get like you at your age? And I said, well, if you can make it at my age, you're pretty lucky. And I'll tell you something else. Getting older is not a curse. Getting older is a blessing. To live as long as I have and have the experience and history behind me that I can pass forward to the younger ones is very gratifying.
I agree. And what are they saying? The new, 60 or 70 is the new 30 or 40 nowadays anyway. So, and it's true. I think the longevity has surpassed what people are saying. And that's the greatest thing. Even with us wrestlers, because we are sustaining so many injuries and God knows, we fake it till we make it.
Zach, how old are you?
27.
Are you one of those millennials?
Yes.
He would be. He's our daughter's age. It's like Sammy and Shayna's age.
Yeah,
oh my
there you go.
gosh, that's my younger daughter. Yeah. Wow.
We get those guys in the gym that don't want to listen.
Yeah.
I try to help them, and they respect me and listen to me, but then they'll do their own thing wrong. Not, I'm saying you are, because I know you're a smart guy.
No, I'm obedient.
That's what I like about you.
Maybe you need to train in the ring.
Do I need to walk you outside to poop soon or no?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Maybe we need to get him in the ring, Rick.
Oh, no.
I think you got to do that again because
Can't put
that
that
was
curse on
great.
anybody.
So, and like after Buzz TV, when we were doing that, we were critiquing moves and talking about the moves and all the late and greats and the old school wrestling, which to me, that's the only type of wrestling is the old school way.
It is the only way to go. I think I have my old school baseball cap right here. It's the only way to do a lot of things. When my dad took me to the mechanic to get my car fixed, he was old school. He used a wrench, didn't use power tools, although I'm all for the power tools, save the hands. But he could take anything apart and put it back together, which taught me to take my 56 Chevy, pull the transmission out, and put a stick in it. It was an automatic. And I did it by myself. But today people wouldn't do that.
No, everything's so easy now, and you have Google to look it up.
That's right. Because even back then in the 70s when I was training, we were doing certain things. We didn't have anything but a Thomas guide. Right?
Remember the old maps, the ones you got to flip open?
I always wanted a map of the United States actual size. That could fold up and put in my car.
And now they've got the giant rotating, electrical map, the world globe.
I had one.
You could have in your room.
I had it in my bedroom.
And it talks to you. Yeah. And it talks to you. So the kids don't even have to turn it to search where it's like, just turn it right corner and here it is. I'm like, what?
I used to love to look at that and see where all the continents were and all that.
Yeah.
But it's
did I just kick you? Sorry.
That's how I like it. Google is amazing, and YouTube is even better.
Well, of course you're going to say that because you've got millions and millions of followers.
But I didn't know how to set the clock on my car.
Oh, no.
So I went to YouTube and it walked me right through it. And I also had to change the battery in my key because it's electronic. I didn't know how to open the damn thing. I went there and some 5-year-old kid showed me how to do it.
What?
Yeah. You take this scene, you put the screwdriver there, and you click, and the thing opens. I said, that's what I'm going to do.
Well, there you go.
He didn't even drive.
Yeah, Google's amazing. And what about Siri? Siri's dumb.
Siri talks to me. I never used it yet, but if it's in my pocket and somebody asks me a question, Siri will answer that person.
That's a New Year's resolution to change Siri. I've got my, British voice, and he's just not happening. I'm yelling at him all the time. Takes me to wrong places and things.
I kind of fell in love with her for a moment, but no more.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Yes.
What else do we want to talk about as far as your bodybuilding?
Well,
world.
Bodybuilding.
Before we go on to BII world.
Well, that's going to have to take some bodybuilding as well. Bodybuilding, like wrestling, has changed over the years. Back in the day with Arnold and all of us guys, we trained pretty hard and we ate really well. The drugs weren't as rampant as they are now.
Yeah. Wow.
But it was heavy training. I trained, my best bench was 455, and I could do the 150-pound dumbbells for 8 reps. And I grew because I trained hard, but I ate good, high protein, low carb, 4 times a day, fish, chicken, rice, steak, and fruit. That was it, and some cottage cheese. days today, they have all kinds of mixed things you could take, and there's all this bouncing the ball and hitting the ropes and doing stupid shit that doesn't really build your body.
Yeah.
If you want to build a body, you got to use weights. You got to have resistance. Resistance builds muscle. The muscle has to accommodate the resistance and get bigger. But a lot of people today don't understand how that works, and they're doing all these silly exercises. And then you see people on a treadmill for an hour at a time every day for the past 10 years, and they look exactly the same.
Yeah, because they're not doing it right. And you have to do repetitions, like light weights, and you build up.
But all they get is flat feet.
They're not really eating on that treadmill. They're probably eating more and then, walking really slow on that treadmill.
They're eating a lot. That's the whole key, is your diet.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that. You've got to maintain your diet as well, and have a sneak as well, like a little
once
piece
in a
of
while,
cake.
that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like I did. All right. Well,
Part of life.
It's part of my life. A little piece of chocolate cake, a little ice cream. Yeah, it's good, Rick. You got to try it.
It's sounding pretty good.
Maybe today.
Okay.
Or tonight.
Okay.
Let's do that. All right.
As you prepare to exit the workforce, you have a lot to be proud of. But be careful, your 401k is one bear market away from ruin. And don't forget that business partner that doesn't show up except to collect his paycheck, Uncle Sam. He'll be there with his hands stretched out like Paulie from the Goodfellas. My name is Ethan Samuels, and I know exactly how you feel. When I got out of the U.S. Navy and joined a top financial services firm, I dealt with people struggling with these same issues. And this is why I helped create U.S. Vet Wealth. We apply the same outside-the-box thinking we use to win wars and ensure freedom of the seas to your financial well-being. Our clients are on track to enjoy life, knowing their money is working for them at maximum efficiency. They know that they will never be taxed or spent down to nothing. Best of all, their solutions are all uniquely tailored by me, your financial intelligence officer. For a no-obligation financial intelligence assessment, email me at ethan@usvetlife.com. That's ethan@usvetlife.com.
How would you like to save up to $500 on your next vacation package? Any vacation package anywhere in the world. Just call Superior Travel and mention the code RADIO and save up to $500. We'll design a custom, fantastic vacation just for you with all the bells and whistles. Not some cookie-cutter vacation, but a unique, all-included vacation customized by one of our exclusive travel experts. And our service is completely free. You pay nothing more. So why waste your time? Let us do it for you. We've got over 100 years of travel experience to help create the perfect trip for you. Call now and learn how to save up to $500 on your next custom vacation. Pick up the phone, call Superior Travel, and use the code word RADIO.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
Welcome back to The Brighter Side with Sunny Show, and I have my wonderful guest today for the first Saturday of New Year's. Yay! It's Mr. Ric Drasin. Look at that face. How can you resist?
I can't.
The face of gold.
I look at it in the mirror every day, and I think I know this guy. Somebody came up to me the other day, and they said, I was at Starbucks. I'm a big fan of yours. I watch your show. I said, who do you think I am? He says, Ric Drasin. I said, oh, no, that's my sister. You sure look like her. I said, quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, or Stone Cold, or, you've got a few lookalikes out there.
I know.
I like him, though. He's good.
I'm the oldest, so they look like me.
This is true. Yeah, even Billy
Graham?
Yeah. No, wait a minute. Is he older?
We're pretty close.
Ah, you guys look, similar. So now, back to bodybuilding.
Yes.
And female bodybuilding.
Yes.
As you know a few.
Yes.
And I'm sure you know a few that have implants.
Well, let me tell you, this is what I was going to lead into, a segment into that. I dated, I don't normally date bodybuilders.
Sure.
No, I don't, because I like to get off the track of bodybuilding. And all they want to do is bring their water jug and eat their rice and their asparagus and their chicken and train. And it's like, I guess, monotonous. Years ago, I dated Mandy Tanny. She was the niece of Vic Tanny Gyms.
Okay, yeah.
Her dad was Armand. He was a bodybuilder. He wrote for Joe Weider, and she wrote for Joe Weider. Although she was extremely bright, and she had books out, and I learned a lot from her. But down the road, I would never, I meet women in the gym I used to go out with, but they weren't full-fledged bodybuilders. It just gets real boring. I do it. It's what I do, but I don't want to talk about it all the time because it can be boring.
Right.
Just like wrestling. Everybody always wants to ask me when they see me about wrestling or bodybuilding. I say, okay, ask me about something else. Ask me about the time I performed heart surgery, because I went to my cardiologist and he says, you have a damaged heart, which I just learned about. The chamber was kind of damaged. And I said, well, you have to understand something, doctor. All the women in my life have taken a piece of my heart. I only have a small chunk left. There's a little bit left there for Patricia, and that's about it.
That's right.
Anyway, a lot of these women, what happens to them, they diet down so tight that they lose their breast tissue. So they get implants. And the implants stick out away from the bone quite a bit, so they look like big saucer cups. They don't blend in like you would do in Photoshop or something. And then, as you said, and I know from the past, a lot of them have had some serious problems with them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, let's face it, breast is fat tissue. So, the more you gain, the wear, it kind of goes there too, but, it gets misplaced in other areas. But, yeah, a lot of bodybuilder females do that. And you see the bone and everything in between. It's not always complimentary.
Nope.
But above all, the most important thing is that women don't know the illnesses behind it and the silent killer that it is in those implants. And it's the heavy metals in the casing, which is the liquid around it, which is now cancer. The big C. So a lot of these women now are explanting, which I myself am in that category because I've had mine for 25 years. Yeah.
They're what you call aged.
Yeah, well, there's probably not much left. From what I understand, I have a rupture and I have complete capsulation. So for anybody who's listening, so you guys can get educated, it's 1 to 4 capsulation. Capsulation is the hardening of the implant. So I'm about a 2.5 capsulation, but because I've had them in for 25 years and mine were on recall, which lawsuit for me, because of the recalls, the lymphoma 1-2, definitely need to get them out. So they're moving fast to get these out. But through the years, you have illnesses that you're like, wait a minute, it's probably age, or I'm getting older. You're thinking menopause. You're thinking all sorts of things, not your implants. And then it happens, and you're like, oh, no, this is associated to that. Low autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's, memory, brain fog, dizzy spells, fainting. You can get lupus. You get several different diseases, which I'm going to read about here, by one female bodybuilder, Dania Shagart. She actually had implants, and she did a great article. So, hey, I'm putting on my sexy glasses. What do you think?
I like them.
Along with the overheated face, Gary. It's a little warm in here. It says most women never suspect their breast implants. They go to the doctors, get a diagnosis, and take their meds like well-behaved patients. But when their ever-growing list of symptoms can't be medicated away, they start doing their own research, which I did as well. They have no other choice. And that's how women come across breast implant illness, which is a group on social media by Nicole Deruda, which is over 100, I'd say about 120,000 women and going strong. It's amazing. It helped me along the way and to find out all this information. They seek answers online because they're in pain. Well, and unfortunately, their doctors only have enough knowledge to put a Band-Aid over the symptoms instead of eliminating the source of these symptoms. And she says, I had my implants for 6 years. So you can imagine, the difference here, which I suspect I don't have much left, and it's going to be placed. The doctor said it'll be on my rib cage and possibly near my lungs, which is very deadly. So they can't go down and get those particles because I could be sick. It could be very, very deadly.
Are you talking about metal particles?
It's just particles of the implant, the actual implant itself.
But what is it made out of?
Got several bad chemical ingredients. Number one, silicone. As we know, silicone isn't good. That's what people use to attach, silicone
but they can't
glue.
They can't drain that out?
No, it's unsafe now. They used to drain out the liquid first before removing the implants. And now they say don't do that. So they're not doing that. Gosh, I can only say what he told me is like, once they opened up the chest cavity, he said it's probably implanted into your rib cage. I'm like, what do you mean rib cage? That's not where I had him in, And he goes, I'm sorry. He goes, that's what it is. For 25 years, we're going to have to go down, and it's going to be little pieces scattered.
Oh, it becomes part of it.
It's particles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this is not going to be fun. It's a 5-hour surgery as well.
There was a man who gained a lot of weight, and he sat on a couch for, 10 years, never left the couch, and the couch grew around him into his skin.
Oh, God.
I remember reading that. So basically what you're saying is it's over time things grow together. You know what I mean?
That's horrible. The couch.
I know.
Hi, everybody. This is Michael Horn. And you've all helped build MyPillow into the amazing company it is today. Now, Mike Lindell, the inventor and CEO of MyPillow, wants to give back to my listeners. You can go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the new radio listener specials. I use the MyPillow. I've got the mattress topper. I've got the Giza sheets. I'm sleeping so much better. And you can get deep discounts on all MyPillows, mattress toppers, bed sheets, and so much more. For example, they're bringing back the buy one, get one free offer for MyPillows. That's right. Buy one MyPillow, get another MyPillow absolutely free. Remember, all MyPillow products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the new radio listener specials tab, and get deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the buy one, get one free for MyPillows. Enter the promo code WINNER or call 800-513-3363 for the great radio specials.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1,800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the tax helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. That's 800-932-1597.
Welcome back to the Brighter Side with Sunny show, and I've got the wonderful myth man, legend, or legend man myth. Could it be Ric Drasin?
I'm just Ric Drasin. People see me and say, hey, Mr. Drasin. I said, that was my father, please. Just call me Rick.
The Rick. We do that. I call you the Rick.
No, I know that. I know.
Yes. So, back to, real quick, a few things on the BII. That's where we're at. My surgery's coming up. When? See, that's brain fog.
Did you say the 13th?
No.
January 14th?
That's it. No. January 14th. Thanks, guys.
What's
right?
What's a day or two?
And then the 7th is pre-op because they give you this whole world of instructions, and you're wrapped like a mummy. Do you know that part? I'm not going to like as well as being put under because I have
afterwards?
Yeah.
Well, they have to.
You're wrapped. I can't move.
All that skin, everything has to adhere itself back to your body. They do that after liposuction too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, I don't look forward to that. But, hey, on the lighter side of things, which I will be.
Yeah.
Not much. I mean, hopefully, we call them breasties for all the females out there. We're all breasties now. Is that cool? Breasties. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, we're the explant queens.
You become a nippleator.
I like that. Well, we'll see you later on that one. Yeah. Hey, now hopefully I'll be okay and I'll have feeling and everything's intact, and and there's no cancer, and that's what we hope for.
Yes, of course.
So the downtime will be a bit, though, but I'll be back.
You're just going to have to take
better.
it easy for a while, because it's going to be sore.
The hill is real,
Yeah,
as they say.
but it's the way you got to go.
And then I'll be back in the gym. So you're going to train me?
No.
Why?
No, I don't train people.
Oh, but you can train me.
No.
I don't need training, though.
You can just watch me and do what I do.
Be on training wheels.
I can't. I got a bum leg. I can't train anybody to do what I do because I'm limited on what I can do.
No, I know. But we'll be training together.
Okay, because it might be boring what I'm doing. I mean, I train for myself with what I can do, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It'd probably be all right for you.
No, you're truly an inspiration, Rick.
Thank you.
To go to the gym, and I've seen you go through so much pain with your knees and everything that you've been through, and you're in the gym every day.
I am.
And that, I've known so many people that don't go to the gym that are young and they just don't. So, inspiration.
Sometimes I have to take the ambulance there.
Somehow, I would see that happening.
Yeah.
That you would do that.
The Ghostbusters ambulance. No, I don't let it stop me. I mean, I get up sore and it hurts and I can't walk and it's in my shoulder and I had a cortisone shot in that and I'm like, God, I'm falling apart like a cheap suit out of Tijuana. So when I get out of my car and I go to the gym, I always have to check the parking lot to see any nuts and bolts dropped off of me because they fly off there and they're like all over the place. Put them back together and I go work out.
But it keeps you going and it keeps all of us going. It definitely does me. When I talk to you, it gets me out there. When I hear you that you're on the way to the gym, I'm like, oh God, I got to work out, even if it's here in my house.
Yeah.
Because I get trapped because I live in the mountains where there's tons of snow and there is no gym.
Yeah, I know that.
That lovely little mountain community I live in. So when I talk to you, it's like, okay, I got to do something.
Well, let me say something about that.
Please do. Say something.
Okay. No, if you can't get to a gym and use weights, they have bands with handles. Yes. And there are different types of tension. And I used to use handles on the road wrestling. I'd hook it to the bathroom door and to the bottom of the door and to the doorknob, and I did all kinds of exercises for my shoulders, back, and arms and tries. I had a terrific workout.
Yeah, I think I have those. The gold bands?
Yeah, the bands.
My daughter bought me those.
As long as you're home and you can't get there, use the bands.
Yeah. I use those. I use even my desk. I like do push-ups off that, and a leverage. Yeah.
Well, I would put a rubber band on my head every morning when I get up and try to snap. Just try to snap out of it.
Boom.
Zing.
That was good. Maybe that's why you're not growing hair.
Who needs hair?
The rubber band kind of shaved
With a face like this, who needs hair? Right, Zach?
Yeah. Oh boy! And where can we find you at, Rick? Besides here and everywhere.
Any restroom along Van Nuys Boulevard where it says clean restrooms, I'm in there cleaning them.
And there you have it. The Rick.
The Rick. Often imitated, never duplicated.
Yes. Thank you.
200 pounds of coiled steel sex appeal, sister. Ooh. What you see is what you get, but what you don't see is better yet.
Wow.
Which was most important because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk